At the peak of the Roman Empire, the Romans controlled most of Europe. However, over time, they started to lose that control and eventually fell. But what if they had Season 9 PigeonGod? Could he have saved the Roman Empire from collapse? Today, we will look into Season 9 PigeonGod's contributions on and off the field and see if he could have single-handedly saved the Roman Empire from collapse. There are many factors contributing to the collapse of the Roman Empire. For example, Julius Caesar's assassination. The question is, would the assassination have happened with PigeonGod controlling the empire? I don't think so, and here's why. PigeonGod had incredible midfield control. He managed to intercept many dangerous attacks, such as in the match against AC Milan in the Champions League. In Season 9, he managed to pocket some of the most dangerous attackers in PRS, such as Jesnaldo, Reblink, and even managed to overwhelm Mad Apple 2 as well. Therefore, when Julius Caesar was about to be assassinated, I think PigeonGod would have intercepted it, therefore leading to one of the greatest Roman Empire leaders to survive. But you may be asking, what about the multiple armies invading from multiple fronts? Well, I think PigeonGod would have handled them too. During an infamous PigeonGod game, the commentator stated that 90% of the earth is water and the rest is controlled by PigeonGod, and that isn't a joke. PigeonGod should be able to control the amount of territory the Roman Empire had at the time, and managed to coordinate his defence perfectly. However, over time, there was increasing pressure on the empire by various armies. Will it eventually be too much for him? The answer is no. The pressure would not be too much for him, as PigeonGod was a big game player. Big games were made for him, and he delivered one of the most consistent campaigns ever seen in PRS history, where according to the PRS tracker, he averaged an 8.2 average rating across the season. In addition, if he was starting to be overwhelmed defensively, there is no one better than PigeonGod to start a counter-attack, with a brilliant passing range that terrified defences across PRS with a superb assist. Using his creativity in passing, he could easily spot openings of the army's defences and slice through balls through them for his empire to exploit and eventually relieve the pressure on them. We can't stop without mentioning his off-field contributions too. He was the owner of PRS Media, meaning he could coordinate propaganda campaigns across the empire to rally support, therefore increasing the strength of local militia across the empire. This made conquering empire territory increasingly difficult. Overall, I think PigeonGod in Season 9 would easily be able to stop the collapse of the Roman Empire, and through his defensive awareness, creativity, passing range, and even commanding ability, saving the Roman Empire would likely be one of PigeonGod's most normal feats. Anyways, what do you guys think? Leave your opinion in the comments below, and stay tuned.